Ladies and gentlemen, in this ever-connected world of 2025, where every moment can be shared and every thought can be broadcasted, let us pause and ask ourselves, what should remain ours alone? Privacy is power. This truth has echoed through the ages, and in 2025 it holds a significance like never before. We live in an era where the boundaries between public and private are dissolving, often without our conscious awareness. Technology has granted us the ability to share every moment, thought, and feeling with the world. But just because we can, does it mean we should? The essence of power lies not in what is seen, but in what remains unseen. Privacy is not about secrecy or shame, it is about preserving the sacred spaces within ourselves. It is about holding something so close to your heart that it becomes a source of strength. When we share everything indiscriminately, we dilute the energy that fuels our growth, our focus, and our resilience. Think of a seed planted deep in the soil. It does not sprout immediately, nor does it announce its presence to the world. It takes root in the quiet, shielded from the harsh elements, nourished by the earth. Only when it is strong enough does it break through the surface, revealing its potential. Our lives are much the same. The dreams we hold, the aspirations we nurture, and the challenges we face need the protection of privacy to flourish fully. In a world obsessed with validation, where likes and comments often dictate our sense of worth, the power of privacy lies in its ability to ground us. When you choose to keep something private, you take ownership of it. You no longer need external validation to affirm its value. Your actions and intentions are for you, guided by your inner compass rather than the fleeting opinions of others. Privacy also creates a sanctuary for introspection. It allows us to explore the depths of our being without judgment, to confront our fears and to celebrate our victories in a way that feels authentic. When we share less, we listen more. To ourselves, to our instincts, and to the whispers of life that guide us. Privacy strengthens relationships. Not everything needs to be shared with the world, especially the intricacies of our connections with others. Relationships grow in trust and intimacy when they are nurtured in quiet spaces, away from the spotlight of public scrutiny. The most profound bonds are often the ones that flourish unseen, held together by shared moments that need no audience. Privacy is not just about protecting ourselves from the external world. It is also about preserving the purity of our intentions. When we broadcast our goals or achievements prematurely, we risk inviting doubt, criticism, or even envy. These energies can cloud our vision and divert us from our path. But when we keep our intentions close, they gain clarity and focus, enabling us to act with purpose and conviction. In this hyper-connected age, privacy is a form of rebellion. It is a statement that says, I value myself enough to protect what matters. It is a declaration of independence from the pressures to conform, to overshare, and to seek validation. It is a reminder that our worth is not determined by how much we reveal, but by how much we respect the sacredness of our inner world. It is a declaration that protects the sacredness of our inner world. Let us embrace privacy not as a limitation, but as a source of empowerment. Let us cherish the parts of ourselves that we choose to keep hidden, for they are the wellspring of our strength and authenticity. In guarding our privacy, we honor the depth of our being and affirm that our lives are ours to shape, not for the approval of others, but for the fulfillment of our own journey. Privacy is power, and in its quiet embrace, we find the freedom to be truly ourselves. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Intentions are the silent architects of our lives. They are the invisible threads that weave our actions, thoughts, and aspirations into the fabric of reality. What we intend shapes our focus, determines our choices, and ultimately guides us toward the outcomes we experience. But intentions are delicate, almost sacred. When treated with care and respect, they carry immense power. However, when exposed prematurely, they lose their potency and can even wither away under the weight of external opinions and distractions. The victim. There is a certain magic in keeping our intentions close to our hearts. When we vocalize our dreams or share our goals too soon, we risk dispersing the energy that fueled them. Every intention begins as a spark, a moment of clarity that ignites within us. This spark requires nurturing, patience, and focus to grow into a flame that lights the path ahead. But when we expose that spark to the winds of opinion, it risks being extinguished before it has the chance to grow. Our intentions are not for everyone to see or validate. They are deeply personal, tied to our unique experiences, desires, and purpose. Sharing them indiscriminately often invites interference, sometimes in the form of well-meaning advice, sometimes as criticism or doubt. Even encouragement, when it comes too soon, can create a sense of pressure or an expectation to perform, which can overshadow the original purity of our intention. When we hold our intention sacred, we protect them from these influences. We give ourselves the space to explore them fully, to understand why they matter to us, and to align them with our deeper values. This process is deeply transformative. It allows us to refine our goals, to develop the resilience needed to pursue them, and to cultivate the inner strength that sustains us on our journey. Keeping our intentions private also aligns us with the natural rhythm of creation. Consider how nature works. A seed does not announce its presence when it is planted. It remains hidden in the soil, gathering strength, drawing nutrients, and preparing for the moment it will break through the surface. This process is not rushed or exposed to unnecessary attention. It unfolds in its own time, guided by the innate wisdom of life itself. Our intentions need the same nurturing environment. They thrive in the quiet, away from the noise and distractions of the external world. When we hold our intentions sacred, we empower ourselves to act without the burden of external expectations. We are free to experiment, to fail, and to learn without the fear of judgment. This freedom is crucial because the path to fulfilling our intentions is rarely straightforward. It is filled with twists, turns, and moments of doubt. When our focus is on the intention itself rather than on how others perceive it, we are better equipped to navigate these challenges. Sacred intentions also teach us the value of patience and trust. Not everything we desire will come to fruition immediately, and not every intention will unfold in the way we imagine. By keeping our intentions close, we allow them the time they need to develop, and we trust the process of life to guide us toward the right opportunities and experiences. This trust fosters a sense of calm and confidence, which in turn enhances our ability to act with clarity and purpose. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification and constant sharing, holding our intentions sacred is a radical act. It is a declaration of self-respect and self-awareness. It is an acknowledgement that some aspects of our lives are too valuable to be subjected to the fleeting attention of others. It is a reminder that our inner world, with all its dreams, aspirations, and intentions, is a sanctuary that deserves to be protected. When we treat our intentions as sacred, we honor the profound power they hold. We recognize that they are not just fleeting thoughts or passing desires, but seeds of transformation that can shape the course of our lives. By safeguarding them, we give them the chance to grow into their fullest potential, illuminating our path and inspiring those around us through the quiet strength of our actions. Energy is the currency of life. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take requires energy. It is finite, precious, and irreplaceable in its moment. Yet in a world full of distractions, demands, and noise, we often expend this vital resource carelessly, forgetting that where we direct our energy determines the quality of our lives. Imagine waking up each day with a set amount of energy to use, like filling a jar with water. Every decision you make, every interaction you have, pours some of that water out. Some activities replenish the jar, while others drain it faster than you realize. The key to living a purposeful and fulfilling life lies in managing this energy wisely, channeling it toward what truly matters, and safeguarding it from unnecessary depletion. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in tasks and commitments that seem urgent but are not truly important. Our attention is pulled in 1,000 directions: emails, notifications, endless to-do lists. Without realizing it, we scatter our energy on things that bring little value or joy. The result? Fatigue, frustration, and a sense of being unfulfilled, even after a busy day. This is why it's crucial to pause and ask yourself, where is my energy going? Energy is precious because it is the foundation of everything we do. It fuels our ability to think, create, and connect. It is what allows us to pursue our goals, nurture our relationships, and care for ourselves. Yet, unlike money or material resources, energy cannot be saved for later. Once spent, it is gone, leaving only the consequences of how it was used. This makes it even more important to be intentional with where and how we invest it. The first step in preserving your energy is recognizing what drains it. Some energy drains are obvious: overworking, lack of sleep, poor nutrition. But others are more subtle. Negative relationships, constant worry, and mindless consumption of media can deplete you without your conscious awareness. These silent drains often leave you feeling exhausted, even if you've done little physically. Conversely, there are activities and habits that recharge your energy. Spending time in nature, engaging in meaningful conversations, practicing gratitude, and focusing on personal growth are just a few examples. These activities don't just refill your energy jar, they expand it, giving you more capacity to handle life's challenges. Recognizing and prioritizing these recharging activities is not indulgence, it is necessity. Another essential aspect of protecting your energy is learning to set boundaries. Not everything or everyone deserves your time and attention. Saying no is not selfish. It is a way of honoring your energy and ensuring that it is available for the things that align with your values and purpose. Boundaries are not walls to shut people out. They are gates to protect what is within. Your energy also carries an emotional and spiritual dimension. It is not just about physical stamina, but about the vibration you bring into the world. Have you noticed how some people leave you feeling uplifted and inspired, while others drain you with their negativity? This is the interplay of energy at work. When you guard your energy, you become more mindful of the people and environments you allow into your life. Surrounding yourself with positivity and support enhances your energy, while distancing yourself from toxicity preserves it. The preciousness of energy lies in its fleeting nature. Every moment you spend, whether in joy, anger, love, or distraction, is a moment you can never retrieve. This realization is not meant to create pressure, but to inspire mindfulness. It reminds us to live deliberately, to choose activities and connections that bring meaning, and to let go of what no longer serves us. Energy is life, and life is finite. By treating your energy as the precious resource it is, you not only enhance your own well-being, but also become a source of light for others. The more intentional you are with your energy, the more impact you can create, the more fulfillment you can experience, and the more aligned your life becomes with the person you are meant to be. Let every thought, every action, and every moment reflect the value of this irreplaceable gift. Guard your energy fiercely, nurture it lovingly, and spend it wisely, because it is the foundation upon which your entire existence rests. Good brother, boundaries are often misunderstood. Many see them as walls that separate, as limitations that restrict freedom. However, boundaries are not walls but shields, not designed to keep the world out, but to protect what is most valuable within. A shield is a necessary protection, allowing you to be strong enough to face external challenges without losing your essence. In a world that constantly pulls on your attention, your time, and your energy, boundaries serve as the vital mechanism that helps preserve your inner peace and direction. Think of boundaries as a form of self-respect, a declaration that you honor your own space, needs, and well-being. Without clear boundaries, you risk becoming a vessel drained by the demands of others, an instrument of productivity without any room for your own needs. Just as a garden requires a fence to keep the wildness of nature from overtaking it, your life needs boundaries to ensure that the outside world doesn't invade or overwhelm your sacred space. A boundary does not mean isolation. It does not suggest a desire to disconnect or shut others out. Rather, boundaries are the mechanisms by which you determine what is allowed in and what must remain outside. They help you decide where to invest your energy and with whom, ensuring that your relationships, actions, and commitments are aligned with your highest values. When you set a boundary, you are not only protecting your space, you are also communicating to the world what you stand for and what you will not tolerate. Without boundaries, we often experience burnout, resentment, and a sense of being overwhelmed. We find ourselves agreeing to things we don't want to do, saying yes to requests that drain us, and giving our time and energy to situations or people that don't align with our true intentions. In this way, boundaries serve as a reminder of your value and the importance of your own needs. They are an assertion of your right to exist as your authentic self, unencumbered by the expectations or demands of others. One of the most powerful aspects of boundaries is that they allow for greater clarity in decision making. When you know where your boundaries lie, you are clear about what is acceptable and what is not. This clarity gives you the freedom to say no when necessary, without feeling guilty or explaining yourself. Boundaries offer a sense of inner sovereignty. They allow you to protect your time, your energy, and your emotional health. They make it easier to focus on what truly matters in your life, as they act as filters for the noise and distractions that might otherwise cloud your judgment. Boundaries are also about maintaining balance. Without them, we can easily tip into extremes, working too hard, giving too much, overcommitting ourselves until we have nothing left to give. Boundaries help us achieve equilibrium, ensuring that we are not sacrificing our own well-being for the sake of others. They remind us that our health, our mental clarity, and our sense of peace are just as important as the needs of those around us. Boundaries are essential for maintaining healthy relationships. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and the ability to honor each other's individual needs. When we fail to set boundaries, we invite resentment. As unspoken expectations build and unaddressed needs go unmet, boundaries allow relationships to thrive by creating a clear space in which both parties can express themselves freely without fear of being overburdened or taken advantage of. Boundaries are important. They ensure that you show up in relationships as your best self, capable of giving with generosity because you are not running on empty. Establishing boundaries also requires self-awareness and courage. Often we may fear the reactions of others when we assert our needs, especially if we have not practiced this before. We may worry about being misunderstood, judged, or rejected. But true strength lies in standing firm in our values and communicating them clearly. If setting boundaries is an act of love, not only for ourselves but for those around us, because it creates the space for healthier, more respectful, and more meaningful connections. While boundaries are personal and unique to each individual, they are universally important. They are a reminder that we are not here to be consumed by the expectations and demands of others, but to live a life that aligns with our deepest truths. Boundaries protect our essence, allowing us to thrive, to grow, and to serve the world from a place of inner strength and balance. Let freedom, the shield of boundaries, is not a sign of weakness or separation. It is a powerful tool for self-preservation and self-expression. When we honor our boundaries, we honor the sacredness of our own being, ensuring that we are not diminished by the world, but instead empowered to engage with it from a place of grounded authenticity. Boundaries keep warm and safe from the world and stem the evolution in silence is a concept often overlooked in today's world. We live in an age where progress is expected to be loud, visible, and public. Success is often measured by external markers, by the accolades, the recognition, and the approval of others. Yet true evolution happens quietly, in the stillness of your own growth. It happens not in the noisy moments of achievement, but in the silent spaces between. Each person, consider the process of a seed growing into a tree. It does not announce its growth every day. It does not strive for the approval of its surroundings. It simply grows, steadily and silently, drawing nourishment from the earth and transforming in its own time. This quiet evolution is the natural course of life, where change occurs in the unseen, where the inner world of thought, emotion, and spirit shapes the outer world in ways that are not immediately visible to the eye. Evolution in silence is about the internal work that happens when no one is watching. It is the work that no one can see, the discipline to stay true to your purpose even when the results are not yet apparent, the patience to allow time and experience to shape you. In a world obsessed with instant results and quick fixes, it is easy to overlook the value of this quiet transformation. Yet, it is in this silence that true growth occurs. It is in the spaces where no one is watching that you build the strength, wisdom, and resilience to withstand life's challenges. When you evolve in silence, you are not concerned with the applause of others. You are focused on the quiet refinement of your character, the subtle shifts in your thoughts and actions that align you more closely with your true purpose. This is the real evolution, the shift from who you were to who you are becoming. A shift that often takes place away from the public eye without any fanfare or recognition. The external world may not see it, but you feel it in your soul. This kind of evolution requires patience and trust. It demands that you honor the process even when progress seems slow or invisible. In silence, you are not distracted by the opinions of others or the need to prove yourself. You are free to explore your own path, to make mistakes, to learn and to grow without the pressure of external validation. It is a journey of self-discovery where you can shed the layers of conditioning and expectation and uncover the essence of who you truly are. The evolution that happens in silence is also the most lasting. When growth happens too quickly or too publicly, it can be shallow and fleeting. It is easy to become distracted by the noise, to lose sight of the deeper work that is needed. But when evolution happens quietly, it is anchored in a deep understanding of self. It is grounded in the wisdom that comes from reflection, from trial and error, from listening to the subtle cues of life that guide you forward. This inner evolution becomes a foundation upon which you can build a life of meaning and purpose. Consider the butterfly which undergoes its transformation in the quiet of its cocoon. During this time, it is hidden away, undergoing a process of profound change that is invisible to the outside world. This period of stillness is not a time of stagnation, but of deep transformative work. The butterfly does not emerge from its cocoon when it feels like it is ready. It waits for the right moment, trusting the process, knowing that its transformation will come in time. This is the essence of evolution in silence. Trusting that, even in stillness, progress is being made. When we embrace evolution in silence, we learn to value the small, incremental steps that lead to lasting change. We stop looking for validation at every stage and begin to trust that the work we are doing in the quiet is enough. This kind of evolution is the antithesis of a culture that celebrates speed and visibility. It reminds us that real transformation is often subtle, quiet, and deeply personal. In this silence, we also cultivate strength. There is a profound power in being able to evolve without needing the approval of others. It takes a deep sense of self-trust to continue growing when no one is cheering you on, when the external world is focused on other things. But it is in this quiet, unseen evolution that we discover the most about ourselves. We learn what truly drives us, what we are capable of, and what we are willing to sacrifice in pursuit of our deepest goals. In a society that often values noise, visibility, and speed, evolution in silence is a rare and invaluable gift. It is a reminder that growth is not always about what is seen, but about the quiet work done in the background, in the solitude of your own mind and heart. It is about evolving on your own terms, in your own time, with patience and trust in the process. In a world filled with noise, haste, and constant external validation, the truths we have explored remind us of the power of introspection, intentionality, and preservation. Whether it is guarding the sacredness of your intentions, treasuring the finite energy that fuels your life, shielding your boundaries with love and strength, or embracing the quiet transformation of evolution in silence, these principles guide us to live with purpose and clarity. They teach us that the most profound growth often occurs away from the spotlight. in the still moments where we connect with our authentic selves. They challenge us to resist the pull of distraction and external approval, to trust the processes that unfold within us, and to honor the sanctity of our personal journey. By integrating these practices into our lives, we not only protect what is sacred within us, but also create a ripple effect that inspires and uplifts those around us. In respecting our own path, we learn to respect the paths of others. In nurturing our inner world, we become a source of strength, peace, and wisdom for the world outside. Let these reflections serve as a compass, guiding you to live with integrity, intention, and reverence for the precious gifts of life and self-awareness. As you move forward, may you carry these truths close to your heart, allowing them to shape not only your actions, but the essence of who you are becoming.